Can you describe what one Albuquerque means to you in less than 5 minutes?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you do that, and then we'll take a break real quick.
Okay. So, one Albuquerque to me is both a unifying message that says we're all in this together. So, it's like literally whether, no matter what your background is, whether you just moved here, whether you have lived here for generations, we're in this city together. And the things that happen in this city affect each other. And we have to acknowledge that. And so it's a unifying message that we've got to deal with our challenges head on, but also together. So what is impacting one neighborhood actually does impact what happens in another neighborhood. And that could be crime, that could be homelessness, but our lived experience is shared physically. And I think in many ways it's also shared psychologically. When I came in, our city was very divided across geographic lines, neighborhoods that felt ignored. And it had become just this notion that no one had a voice in City Hall. And even in our police department, given why the CASA was there and the fact that people didn't think it was their police department. They felt like it was more the police department imposing their will on them. And so that's part of it. The other part of it is it's a call to action. We had to do some things that weren't too popular. One of them, sometimes you have to do some things that maybe a department doesn't like, but it's the right thing for all of us. Similarly, some neighborhood is going to have shelters and treatment centers, and I know that neighborhood's not going to like it, but we have to have this call to action to move forward and also to support each other. So there's also something inside One Albuquerque about us acknowledging that we have this shared history that goes back both Native American and Indigenous since time immemorial, but also our colonial history and also our Anglo history. And again, that is the one Albuquerque. Like, we are all of those things. We can't exclude a piece of that. We have to acknowledge each piece of that. And so that's externally what One Albuquerque is about. Internally, One Albuquerque is about there's no barriers between departments. When I came in, the city was extremely siloed. Departments were expected to totally run by themselves, and anytime they needed another department's help, they were expected to go through the CAO. And we said, you know what, work directly together. It's okay. And that, I think also, there would be, I find very, very little disagreement that has been another hallmark of our administration. We cooperate and we collaborate with each other. And believe it or not, that was a huge problem before.
Okay, with that we can take a break.
We're now going off the record. The time is approximately 2:02 p.m.